Welcome to Two Expats Abroad. I'm really excited because today we have Sam Raiano. And Sam is an Italian entrepreneur and a high-performance coach based between the UK and Poland. He is the founder of Freedom Warriors, a radical accountability community and execution system designed to help business owners bridge the gap between their vision and their daily actions. Through his exclusive group, Sam specializes in habit creation and a no BS structure, helping high performers crush procrastination and turn their Sunday goals into non-negotiable results. Delighted to have you here, Sam. It's great to have another coach here. I'm really interested to get into the story. Why did you become a coach?
First of all, thank you, Kieran and Rob, for inviting me over here. But I think, after this intro, anybody that's listening, fucking unplug now, because I'm like, wow, is it me? Is it me? No. So why all of this? I feel like, I'll be honest with you, I'll be as I said before to you guys, off the scene, there's gonna be no stones left unturned. So anything that we're gonna need to talk about, it's gonna be laid down on the table. So I stumbled across it by accident.
Really?
Yeah. So I started with property during COVID time or whatever you, and Freedom Warriors grew. It came to be of a bit of a dark point of where I was back in, 2019, 2020, 2021 or so. Hit some goals through property. At the time, I was also coaching for that property educational company. Moved to Poland, and I felt like, fuck, what now?
So when you first moved to Poland, you just had the property portfolio.
That's right.
You didn't have Freedom Warriors at that point.
And it came out it's a mixture of things. There was a bit of resentment, anger, a bit of... let me give you a bit of context. I've always been fantastic in terms of... And I'm really spot on with my routines, my mornings and the walks, and especially during COVID. Because it's the only moment that you have for yourself, right? So you wake up in the morning, you do whatever it is. Who was that guy? Oh my God. Jack, what was the fucking hell, man? This guy was doing exercises and stuff.
Oh,
Goggins? Dave Goggins?
No. During COVID. Jack.
It was
Do you remember the dude, long hair? From
long
Essex?
curly hair.
Yeah. I don't remember.
It wasn't Jack, but what's he called?
I don't remember this dude. It's like curly hair.
I can picture him. And he wrote a load of fitness books, and I think he was an ex-teacher, wasn't he?
I have no idea, but it was fucking phenomenal. Because
he got the country moving.
Mate, it was a blast. We were in London, right? And every morning, me and my kids and the missus always, exercising or whatever, get out for a walk. And I was spot on with my routine. Went to Poland, hit some goals or whatever. Came here, moved here, and I was like, fuck this. I didn't leave my house for 3 months or so. I struggle like a motherfucker. And you can talk obviously, this is what, expats, right? So, no friends, no language, not this, not that. You hit your goals. You're not that worried financially or whatever. It's all of a sudden, what the fuck is your day about? What's your life about? Who are you? What do you do? And from this, I wouldn't go out. I had people, obviously, some of the people that are still part of the community, obviously, back then used to check on me. I was like, hey, Sam, and it's a funny story. It's they would call me, it's like, hey, did you leave your house? Did you go out for a walk? Did you do this? Yeah, man, of course, man. Come on, man. Who'd you think? Come on. Of course I did. They flip on the camera, and on that day I was sitting on the toilet, and that was fucking hilarious, man, hilarious. But that came out to be that way. So Freedom Warriors came to be in a way where I started essentially documenting what I was going through, what I was feeling, what is it that essentially was my thoughts, my rants on Facebook, on private groups or whatever, and all of a sudden, people start resonating with me, my story, with the things that I was talking about, the not gonna lie to you, the anger, the disappointment of being...
I can relate to that.
Mate, you feel in a way or another, it's not fault of anybody, but you feel like you're being cheated on.
Yeah.
You've been lied about, and it's not their fault, not your fault. It's you didn't know any better, right? Yeah. So, and I firmly believe that in order for you to get better what is it that you're doing, you just need to go through this shit. Nobody can ever tell you, hey, look, if you go down that road, you're going to hurt yourself. So fucking wake up. You'd be like, yeah, whatever, man. It's your experience. Let me go through it. And then you're going to get hurt. Yeah. But the hurt, the challenge that you face, It's always gonna come. It's like the yin and yang, right? There's something good and be prepared for some people bad, like in the way. And and the people was like resonated, and all of a sudden I was like, fuck, I can't go on like this. I need to wake up early. I need to be that side of me that I was back then. I was so fucking disciplined. I was so laser focused. There was an intention. There was a purpose. There was a meaning of what is it that I was doing. Sure enough, I'm like everybody else out there. I'm still figuring things out. I don't know shit. Like in a way, I don't know life as I know it. I'm still learning, right? But it's not an excuse for anybody, or myself in this case, to stop and experience life and live and be true to yourself, right? And I just done a post and I said like, hey guys, tomorrow morning, this is a Zoom link. I just need like somebody to show up for me. Because if I know that you're gonna be there with this Zoom link, I fucking guarantee you I'll be there. And that's what I've done. And on the first day, it was, I don't know, can I drop names?
Yeah, go for it.
So on the very first session was me, Jay Staniford, Louis Perrin, Justin Ingley.
So four strong. 3 of them backed you because you asked for them to back you, and
That's
they backed
it.
you.
And then they were like there. And then from there it was like 15, 20. It used to be free, right? And I loved it. It used to be like, since day one, it's always been called the Morning Fight Club, which, by the way, is like, and I had so much shit for this at the very beginning. It was like, it's the same thing as the Miracle Morning. Well, fuck this, I don't give a shit. I don't. Because the Miracle Morning does every routine, every habit, does the same fucking thing. You can call it as you want it.
Yeah.
But what is your intention and purpose that you put behind it?
Yeah.
For me, back then, it was winning the very first fight of the fucking day. Don't go back to bed. Don't fucking snooze. Don't snooze. Like, stack up those wins, right? So that was, for me, the Morning Fight Club.
So you coined it the Morning Fight Club, which you're saying
It's
there's potential overlap with Miracle Morning.
Yeah,
but ultimately you're helping people.
Yeah, but
You're
the
getting
miracle,
people,
yeah, absolutely. But Miracle Morning, what does it do? You get your reading, like, there's a different kind of format or structure. But essentially, if you look at anybody in the personal development space that does a morning routine, they all do the same fucking things.
Yeah.
They all do your gratitude. Some of them do affirmations. Some others write the goals, the visions, the plans for the day. Why do you need to reinvent the wheel? What's important over here? You coming up with the new latest fucking thing that rev up people, or actually be in tune with what is it that you want to do? Because the reality of things is so many people out there, and I used to be there. I've gone through it so many fucking times, and I still do every now and then. You wake up, you go through your day, and you feel like, what the fuck do I need to do with my day? What's my mission today?
Yeah. A lot of people are not setting any intention.
Absolutely no. So does it really fucking matter if you do the Morning Fight Club, Miracle Morning, the 5 a.m. club? I don't give a fuck. Just have a direction on your day. Like, take your life seriously. Essentially, I said that to the guys, seriously. You, as in like, the way I look at my life, my things, the Freedom Warriors, what is it that I'm trying to pass on to the group, to the community, and inspire other people out there? You're essentially trading your fucking life for your goals. You're essentially trading your life, your lifestyle, whatever, you're trading it for your goals. Fucking do it. Wake up. Have your non-negotiables in line. Have your actions. Have somebody, your environment. Like, man, we can talk about it for hours. I feel like, I hope the guy over here has got 24 hours. It's just warming up, man. But yeah, so essentially, this is how I came across the Freedom Warriors. So it's and it all started with this Morning Fight Club. It used to be free. I wouldn't charge anything. It was mainly for me. In a selfish way, I needed to get back on track for myself and the people that were there around me. And then I've launched it 4 times. It used to be, I don't know, were you around? Did we know each other when I made it like men's only?
No.
Oh,
No.
fucking hell, man.
Is it not men only now?
No.
Okay.
I so much, like, there were, I had an idea, like, I was talking to some people, I was like, oh man, like, the majority of the group is all men. And there's so many, like, I mean, this is going to be so controversial in a way or whatever, and I don't give a shit. No, because it's true.
Exactly,
it's true.
yeah.
Like, you can have, like, women's in property or whatever, only group or whatever, and nobody moves a fucking thing. And I'm not, look, if this is going to get posted or shared or whatever, I don't care, but in a way, but no, I'm not feminist, I'm not masculine, I don't give a shit about all of this. I don't. I literally, it doesn't change my day. It doesn't. But I can see why some people can have a specific group and nobody feels like allowed to talk about it. And then all of a sudden you go like, oh, men's only, and you get Epicast. Like, you get shit for
Did
this.
you get a lot of shit for that?
Mate, fucking, what is it? A year ago or so, like, obviously I know, you're part of the group, you know the Freedom Warriors, already the name, fuck the logo, see me, the majority of men's property, and it's like, feels like dominant, and it feels like it's alpha only, like, it's like this thing, and it's not, it's open for anybody. You could be like, I don't care. Like, for me, it's, can you stick to the routine? Can you make sure that the system that essentially we give, can you see that through to achieve your goal? And everybody works towards the same thing.
I think the women in business and property that manage to navigate are incredible people.
Right, well,
because they've got to go through, like you say, the social norms or the more, you can't do this or you can't do that. So when they do eventually break through, they're incredible.
I love it, man. Like, look, we got so many women within our group that are doing fantastic work. And I'm like, fuck, man, wow.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to become like men, women,
No.
and this kind of divide that is like, nowadays, we talk about men and women, it became such a fucking taboo. That in a way or another, somebody out there will be able to take whatever it is that you say, twist it, put a different fucking meaning and direction of it, and it just changes everything. It's like religion. It's a divide. Like, religion is not a divider, but if you talk about religion, you cause a divide. Talk about men versus women, women versus men, or talk men, women, or whatever. You cause a divide. Like, I believe, like, as we are now, that's why I'm like, I don't want to be involved in any of this shit. But it feels like we are regressing. You're not able to talk about what you want to talk about or express your opinion, your view, without being labeled in a wrong way. And I'm like, fuck. Like, essentially, when it comes down to the opinion of other people, it's like, yeah, it sounds like a cliche, I don't give a shit, but I know who I am. I know how I see myself. You might say, Sam, you're a bit of a dickhead. I've been called an alpha. I've been called this. I've been called that. Man, I don't see myself that way. Yes, of course. There is a very, say, alpha side in anybody or myself.
But what's wrong with that?
Oh, fuck, I love it, man. I don't, mate, there's not absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But the question is, first of all, do you know who you are? And second of all, why would you project your own insecurities on somebody else that they know who they are? I respect your view. I respect who you are. Does it change anything to me? Do I go to sleep at night all stressed out if you believe in something? I don't give a fuck, man. I'm still going to sleep all right tonight.
As an entrepreneur, though, I don't think that it's incumbent on the market to tell us how our business should be. That's up to us. Because we have to deliver, right?
Man.
You, as freedom warriors, you have to say, this is my niche, and I'm targeting men, if that's what you want to do.
But I've back in the day was like, I've done it, sold myself out or whatever, and I was like, oh, men's only. Why? Why men's only? Because on a Saturday morning, alongside the Morning Fight Club, it was like 6 of us, 7 of us, and it was only men's. And we just like, we used to call it like Saturday morning chat with Sam. And we just talked about how things are, like as a man, as a person, right? What you doing? How you doing? How's the week? What is this? What's going on? The kids and this. And it was such a fucking beautiful setting. I was like, what if I only get men in the group? And at the time, the women's side wasn't that strong. And they weren't even fucking consistent to show up. So it only made sense in my head. I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's do men only. Obviously, some people didn't like that. And I had really, really good friends that women or whatever that I work with. And I was like, okay, fuck it. Let me try this. I always like, you've been with us like fucking years. You know that I never get everything right, and the only way for me to find out if something works is to just go through it. So I'm only asking, like, have you got a month? Give me a month. Let me get enough data. Instead of say, oh yeah, because I let you down and you're gonna fucking cry, then I need to tell. No, let me fucking try, and then I'll tell you, look, you were right. Sorry. Or no, you weren't right. Turned out I was wrong. But at least now I know, right? At least now I know. But again, it's been proven like, the third time it was like, and this Saturday morning, by the way, now became like what, the workshop and the masterminds. I had, back in the day, I had somebody from Norway, and I knew how impactful it was, what is it that we were doing, including that Saturday morning, because in Norway they had this, like, you know, winter and summer, like, they're so long, they're so dark or whatever. And she told me, like, look, the only thing that moved me forward during those time, and it fucks with your head. It like the weather out there really fucks with your head.
Yeah.
So you understand why I don't know, suicidal rate would be so high, right? And she was
winters
like,
winters in Poland are brutal. So in Norway they must be
even worse. But
Snow.
she was telling me, she was like, she was telling me we were talking a lot, and obviously I'm very not personal, but I know everybody. Like in the group, like we talk about
you
it.
care
like,
about people. That is
when I tell you, like, I'm ruthless, and we're talking about it last night on the phone, like, some people can't make the cut, and I said no to so many people in the past. But back to this warrioress, that's how we can call it, warrioress. That's the only thing that got us through this winter and not mess up with her was the Morning Fire Club. So I knew there's so many other people out there could relate with this. I'm not. I haven't invented the wheel. I haven't invented something else. But I'll tell you one thing. I do bring something that nobody can bring. I do give a shit.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask, and you've given the answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's that one thing that you would define yourself as that separates yourself from others?
Okay, I mean, like, we had in the past, and that we had people, and I see people as well, like, kind of take inspiration. It only gives me, at the beginning I was like, ooh, they're copying us, ooh. But actually I think nowadays it became like, oh, actually I've actually inspired them to do something, and they have other people that they rely on. So hey, do that. But you never can copy Freedom Morrison. The reason behind this is because I deliver it.
Yeah.
And you can have all the sessions that you want, you can do all the things that you like, you can bring the price of entry up, down, it doesn't really matter. But one thing you can't replicate, you can't buy, you can't invent it, and people can smell it miles away, is where's your heart at? Do you do that because you genuinely care? You genuinely want to? Or it's because of the quick money you got fuck all to do? Because your property maybe is not going well, or your side business is not really working out, you're not getting that cash flow, so you just want the quick cash or whatever. Because I'm telling you, running a community can be as profitable as you want to. But it took me what year are we on? I'm launching 2021 with 2026. 5 years. Last year was my very first year that I made profit. And it wasn't even like, what a profit or whatever. Do I care that for 4 years, but first year we lost? Madness. I would have unplugged like ages ago. But I feel like if I'd gone through that and there were people showing up for me to make sure that I got back on track and achieved what is it that I achieved, why can I not be that person for you? Or for that person? Or for the other person? And I can tell you, like, people might say, like, oh, there's always a second agenda. I agree, there is always a second agenda. Freedom Morris is not a charity, it's a business. I still run it as a business. I still need to make money. I still need to make a living. It is a freaking business. But I care. And I got years and years and years and so many stories, and perhaps on social media or anywhere, I don't really market testimonials or whatever. It's a bit cringy in a way. I don't know, man.
No, this is interesting because Kieran has told me about this, and as a coach, I'm obviously naturally curious. But he's always said to me, the energy that Sam brings every single morning. And he doesn't go every morning, he says.
He was in this morning.
I was there this morning.
It's only because I'm here, man. I fucking know that, because next week it ain't going to happen.
Exactly.
No, I'm joking. You're right. No,
but he says that the energy you bring is second to none. So that's what I'm wondering. Like, in your offer, what do you offer? Is it every day that you can?
So we go about, like, we got a call going on every single day. The only time that we actually don't is throughout Christmas. That's it.
Wow.
But any other day, hey.
And Sam is there for every single call.
Session. But I don't expect everybody to attend every session, because it's literally impossible. Because you have people there, like one of the guys just had a baby 2 weeks ago.
Is it impossible? Because you're there every single day.
But because I need it. Regardless, like, first of all, I show up, yes, for myself, but also because it's a service I need to provide. But the main thing that's behind it is that if I don't do that, like, how do I explain this in a better way? It goes beyond, it's a lifestyle. Like, now it's not even, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
If I don't do, I know something is not right in my
You're
day.
in.
It's who I am.
Yeah.
It became who I am. And like freedom warriors. What is freedom to you? Define freedom.
My life, my choices.
That's it. Freedom to you.
Yeah, the ability to do whatever I want, whenever I want.
That's it. Adam, what's freedom for you?
Sam, please don't hit the table so much.
Oh my days, I'm like fucking banging this table like, stop it, Sam. I tell you, I get passionate. What's freedom to you?
Freedom for me is being able to do the things I want to do.
You see, 3 different people, 3 different backgrounds, 3 different settings are bringing challenges, beliefs, or whatever. All of you working towards the same thing. So who am I to dictate or tell you what is freedom? We dictate. There's a warrior in each and every one of us, right?
Yeah.
And I firmly believe it. But you come in, and this is the right environment that we get that warrior out of you.
Yeah.
That's why it needs to become your new identity if the freedom matters to you.
He's good. I like it. I like it.
Hired.
See what I mean about the energy, though?
Yeah.
See what I mean
But
about
I
the energy?
mean it. Like,
That's infectious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like at the beginning it was delusional, man. I'm honest with you. I felt like a bit delusional, like, who am I? And all these things, like, am I good enough? Because there's so many people within the group that done so many more things than what I
Yeah, but
did.
Sam, you have to be delusional at the start of something. You
mate.
have to. The belief in yourself almost has to be ridiculous at the start because you haven't done it before. You haven't proved it to yourself.
Absolutely.
You have to get it into your subconscious that
Mate.
you're actually going to follow through on something.
You see, it's one thing I never actually let go of. I don't mind it. You know that very, very well. I don't mind looking like a dickhead or being a fool of myself. But I'm learning, man. I'm
And that's
the
the
way I
point.
study unmatched. The way I know the people inside, like I know what the majority of the group needs. Like every session, like let's say this morning fight club, the morning routine that we do, the system, the framework that I guide them through, and essentially it's a framework. You don't even need to follow all the steps. Just pick whatever it is that relates with you in that moment of your life where you're at. Because so many people, like, we go, okay, the very first thing is gratitude, right? So you're starting by, list out your gratitude. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for?
Meditation before that as well.
There's
Start,
meditation. Then you go into let's call it like the planning of the day, right? Which is like gratitudes. You got your affirmations, plans for the day, like your non-negotiables or your to-do list, and we talk about it as well. And then your vision or goal writing, right? Everybody will some people, you see that they don't even do the meditation. They just connect. They jump on a call, 6:10 or whatever, just when that part of the morning routine starts. Because where they're at right now, that meditation, maybe it's not needed.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm nobody to judge. I can't. I'm not
Yeah.
living your life. I'm welcome, man. Welcome. Like whatever it is, take whatever it is that you need. And I don't know where I'm going with this because I don't remember why I'm saying this. Oh, every morning fight club, every week there is a different theme. You find me somebody out there that goes and prepare the theme of the week, let's say freedom, and you get that feeling. And then obviously I've been doing it for long, and I can say where we are at with the year, what is January about, what is February about, and there is this patterns that you get to see, and it becomes easier. And then you match it with whatever Kieran puts on social media, what you guys discussing on the podcast. This is it's bullets to me. And I look at everybody else, bullets for me, everybody else in the group, what is it that they're posting? What is the challenges? What language are they using? What is it that I can do now to serve them and help them move? Nobody studied that. No, that's why I can tell you, nobody can replace Freedom Warriors because I do this on a daily basis.
Do you know what? What's coming out in everything that you're saying there is you were born to be a leader of a community.
Maybe. But I don't like the spotlights in a way. I like, and I always said that the biggest form of contribution, that's what I want to achieve on a daily basis with the Freedom Warriors, with my coaching, with the clients. Essentially, it's like, think of it this way, 20 years from now, right? You'll be talking with your kids or your family around or whatever. You'll be like, hey, fucking 20 years ago, I used to be part of this fucking crazy community run by this dude, Italian crazy guy or whatever. But he had an impact. That's why we are here. Because if I wouldn't have been part of that and I wouldn't have done the work through that environment, we wouldn't have this and live these kind of experiences. What your kids or your family will receive is what you've learned. that's the biggest impact that I could ever fucking
Yeah.
imagine, because you impacted generations. It goes beyond money.
Yeah.
It goes beyond your property.
100%.
It goes beyond your business. It's like, and knowing that 20 years from now, how, and how, you know that every day I ask myself, what is it that I'm gonna do today? What can I do today? Sorry about the table. I need a pad over here. What is it that I can do today that makes me still relevant, like 50 years from now, 20
Legacy.
years? But legacy is so many things for so many other people,
Yeah.
right? For me, legacy it was, first of all, it was like assets, leaving assets for the family, for the kids, making sure. And now it's more like, okay, is it the mindset? Is it a lifestyle? Is it embrace who you want to be? Embrace, like, people come and go. Don't be so tied into a fucking relationship. As in, like, don't be afraid. Like, leave. Make those big experiences. You only get this shot, right?
Yeah.
You only make it. And I know all of this, it sounds like a fucking cliche, but if you live it and you breathe it, you feel it. And I say that I said it this morning on the call, I was like, fucking put some passion into your life, into your words. Speak life. Speak life. Fucking people depend on you.
Have you always been a leader? Was you a leader in your previous employed roles? Was you a leader in your family? Like, was you a leader in you've got brothers and sisters, I believe, haven't you?
Yeah, 15. 15 of us.
Wow.
I'm number 5. But, all right,
You're 5 of it.
I'm the 5th
Okay.
of 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you had a lot of people looking up to you.
I mean, I wouldn't say that way, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I should ask them. I mean, like, we can talk about it, and there will be some skeleton there for sure. But I don't mind sharing. But define what's a leader. Like, help me understand what's the leader. Because I could say, like,
A leader for me is
Yo.
is somebody that leads by example, that gets up, that shows up every single day. Like, I don't show up every single day. I told you about this many times. The fact that you show up every single day, I know I can do 3 months without doing Morning Fight Club, and Sam will be there on that 4th month.
Yeah.
That's leading by example.
maybe I should take that
Dependability.
away. Maybe I should take this away, this certainty away, so people will go back even stronger. No, I'm joking, just messing.
But yeah,
I feel like
dependability.
Dependability.
I don't know. I mean, like, can I've always wanted to have power. Always wanted it. Always had power.
From how long younger we're talking that you recognise you wanted power?
Great question. I feel like kid to like teenager years or whatever. You want the power. You want the status. That's what people want.
Yeah, I think that's universal. Yeah.
And I just want to feel it. And it changed. It changed because leadership now for me is not about power anymore, but it's about, it became like knowledge. How much more can I know? Like, about you. What makes you tick? How do I get the best out of you? How do I inspire 120 plus people to actually conquer the fucking day? How do I make sure that I show up on my shit day? Because I'm a normal human being. You might see me like, fuck it, always show up, the Superman. I got my shit day. I do have like my shit day. Look, you've seen that before. My highs are incredibly high, but my low, fucking hell.
It must be really difficult to have lows when you've got so many people that you feel responsible for.
I feel like at the beginning I wasn't showing it. You can't show that. That was my mindset. That I can't show a level of weakness, a level of vulnerability, a level that you actually are suffering like they are suffering. They're going through shit like they're going through shit. You can't do that. Why? Because people look up to you. You gotta be that. There is a figure, there is an image that they have in their head, and you gotta live up to their expectations. But I found power in being me. And you see that, like, sometimes I do my video and I share them with the community. I'm like, fuck this, guys. I'm having such a shit day. And I'm very vocal around it. I thought of, closing down Freedom Mode so many fucking times when maybe I break down a message and it wasn't as powerful. It didn't come up as fine. Or maybe I couldn't grow the community by the way I wanted it to grow. For like so many years, like, first 2 years, I couldn't get over 75 members. And there were people around me that were running other communities. It was like, bro, tank it, close it. It's clear. You're not making money. You're not doing this. You're not doing that, whatever. Just don't waste your time. But
What was it within you that kept you going?
I need it.
You needed it for
I needed
yourself to be
I needed
accountable.
I need people to show up, so I know they show up.
Right.
I needed to. We got this Ludi challenge. Obviously, we talk about it, and this is like a 30 days intensive. It's the actual system that I do on a one-on-one basis with my clients, and it became that now. And it's actually watered down into a gamification way. Like you actually, it's a game, it's an accountability. We were talking about it a year and a half ago. You make it, and it came out of that conversation. I was like, you know what? Let's fucking see if there's something over here. This thing got legs, and it just took off.
Yeah, gamification is huge.
Man, it's and I can tell you the whole system. And like, anybody that wants to take it, just take whatever. You don't even need part of Freedom More. Don't be a part of it. Don't be a part of it. Just take whatever is here and make it yours. And then when you're ready, hey, come and join us.
So Ludi, for those that don't know, so I think people watching this now get an understanding of who you are, what Freedom Warriors is about. But Ludi is everything we've just discussed on steroids.
On steroids, yeah, pretty much.
It's even more intense than everything that you've,
I mean, like, one of the questions I get asked is like, hey, what does Ludi means? And it means Latin, it's Latin for games. You know, like, Emperor is like 100 games free for the people. Or paid by the emperor or whatever. Now you might be sitting there thinking like, oh, Sam thinks he's an emperor. Oh, fuck you then. I might be your emperor, I might not be. Don't give a shit. But I know one thing. You show up for 30 days, I guarantee you make a move.
Yeah.
Because we leave no man behind. We literally leave no man behind. If you don't put in the work, you're out. You're out. It's not just a game. But would you want to be surrounded by people that don't put the weight?
Yeah, it slows everything down.
My last year, 2025, was monumental for me. I never came to understand it's so clear that environment, how important it is. And now I'm not even sorry anymore. Like, hey, if you're not good enough for me, fuck off. Sorry if I said that, but it's like, it's like people talk, right? And you see that, Rob. Kieran, like we all talk, and I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. This is the thing. I'm a human being I bleed as much as you bleed, right? But I can catch myself when I say something and I don't follow through.
Yeah.
And I want to do something about it. Many people talk, but especially now, January. How many of you guys have thought like, oh, this month, from 1st of January, I'm going to start reading 10 more pages. I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. I'm going to drink. I'm actually, I'll tell you better. I'm going to do sober January or whatever it is or whatever. Then February comes around, you get absolutely fucking slaughtered if you don't manage to break that promise before. And I'm going to be doing like so many fucking things. And by what, the 22 weeks into January, you give up. So, and this cycle repeats every single year. How long do you want to wait before you actually stick to your own promises and build your self-confidence? And then we can talk about so many things, but how many times you want to break through that, break your own self before you realize that this gap that you are actually making it big, like, are you waiting for it to be so big that it's excruciating, painful to fucking live in that situation? And people talk a great game or whatever, you see them in everywhere. I used to be there. I am there. Yeah. Sometimes I do the same. You took a great game, and then when the time comes to show, you're like fucking chicken shit. You do nothing. I'm tired of living like that because it impacts me, my way of being, the kids, people around me, and again that environment. I can't be having people surrounded like that. I need people that raise me higher. Mm-hmm. They got this kind of standards and make me feel like, Sam, you've done great, but now there's a new level, baby. There's a new fucking level. I need them.
So for you, are you curating the people that you allow into Freedom Warriors?
Great question. Feels like I'm experimenting, like, I play God with people now.
It's your business though, right?
Can I add to that question though? Yeah. So keep that question at the forefront of your mind, but how many chances do you give people in the sense of, because I nearly threw the towel in last year.
As many times as it takes. Because there's one thing about me, I can figure you out, and I'm real good at it. I'm real quick too.
So you know when they're not being genuine?
Yeah. It's and everybody says that, what are you doing these goals for? What are you doing your... Obviously, I talk about project because the main, let's call it avatar of people that are in the group are 98% of them, they're all in property. So everybody's like, yeah, I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for the family. I'm doing it. You fucking don't. And I know some people, they don't fucking do it. You can't it took me a while to get it. And it sounds harsh. It sounds unfair. You can't judge it. But if you say that, you do that for your family. Some people, they get to that point where they're just lying and cheating on themselves. They're just lying to themselves.
It's integrity.
Yeah, but you say you do that for your kids. You fucking snooze your alarm. You don't want to wake up a bit early. You don't want to do like an extra half an hour for your own thing. I'm on a 9 to 5. Or you want to like, bro? When I first started, probably I work for hospitality industry, man. We don't have weekends. We don't have fucking 8-hour shift. We got 12-hour shift, 16-hour shift, back to backs. Like Friday double, Saturday opening. You sleep 4 hours. Sunday morning you're there for a double shift and inventory. Monday morning you're back in the office to reconcile. And I found the time to build my property portfolio, to make the connections.
You obviously had discipline.
Everybody can have it.
Everybody can have it, but not everybody does have it.
Everybody wants it, and everybody put in the work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna force you to do that, but again, it's like I can see if is he a wobble? Are you having a bit of a shit time, a rough time? Reach out. Like obviously, this is one of the biggest things that none of us do. In the moment of need, the last thing that you wanna do, like I said before, when I had my tough days at the very beginning, in my head I was like, I can't show it. So I trained myself, or I kept myself, as in, like my card covered. Like I can't show this vulnerability, but it's the same vulnerability that made me so close to the people, and it makes it personal. Like if you're part of the community, you know it's personal. It's not, you're not a number. You're not 97 quid a month. You know, like obviously it's 120 plus or whatever. It's harder because it's only me at the moment, and I'm going through a stage where I'm putting a bit of a foundation where I'm no longer a bottleneck. So I get to do what I do best, which is essentially just checking in with people, like I used to be. Now it's a bit harder. Yes, I do like, maybe I didn't speak to that guy in 3 months or whatever. Before it used to be every week, everybody would get a message, a voice note, a phone call.
To do that at scale must be incredibly difficult.
You're spreading yourself thin.
Yeah.
I've done it up until last year. Last year was like 110, 115 or that. No, 100, 110.
What I must say though is that I remember the times when you used to be able to do a weekly check-in and, you know, a text message or a phone call or a voice
just a personal
note.
touch.
So I remember that time, and I obviously know, I'm very conscious that the community is growing. You're not able to do that anymore at scale.
That's right.
But I still feel that you're there for everybody in that group.
I'm always there. It took a different shape. Before it used to be like personal message or phone call or check-in or whatever. Now it's more like it's a video for the community, but I know who's watching. And I know those are the people that needed that message. And it's just changed. Obviously, then if there's something that I need to check in, I'll do that. Like it literally takes like 2 minutes. 2 minutes to make a difference, an impact. I'll do that every day.
So you've been doing it 5 years.